All right. So let's get into today.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Welcome to our episode today. I was going to call it like a red episode or something.
Red?
I look like Steve Zissou.
If you know who that is, please comment.
I think that's how you say it. Hold on. Hold, please.
Steve Zissou. I have no clue who that person is. I feel like so uncultured when I get in the car with you and Gabe because I have no clue about any type of music.
It's Bill Murray,
Yeah.
but in the Life Aquatic.
You need to point it a little bit. And
Yeah,
you're good. You're there. Just point it up a little bit.
Yeah. What do you mean? We were jamming. Well, I guess we were jamming. We were in our own little world.
Which is perfect. But no, like when y'all get in the car, I'm like, I have no clue what to play. Y'all listen to all kinds of music and I listen to the same thing over and over and over.
So do
again.
I. That was most of it. Just that on repeat.
Yeah, just those 4 songs as we drive around.
I think that was my playlist. But there was a lot of Bad Bunny for my birthday. Des and Ryan were our chauffeurs. Why can't I say it?
Chauffeuring us around.
Chauffeurs.
Yes.
All right, that was fun.
See, it's hard.
Yeah, Dustin and Ryan were our chauffeurs for my birthday on Saturday night, and it was a lot of fun. We obviously played a lot of music.
Yeah, we did.
And jammed out on the way to dinner and comedy show. Did you have fun, even though we kept you out until...
Oh, I had so much fun, but it was a good time. I don't even think I paid attention to what time we got home.
Oh, I was like kind of doing this a little bit at the comedy show. Well, getting a little tired.
You snuggled right into Gabe during the comedy show, so I don't blame you.
You're here.
No, it was a good time. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was interesting to see. I wish we were close enough for him to just...
I know. There were a lot of people in front of us.
But that was our fault because we went late. Like we would have been up there if we would have.
Yeah, I think so. But we went to see Craig Robinson, which I'm sure a lot of you know.
But if you don't, The Office.
Yes. A lot of different stuff. Hot Tub Time Machine, but a lot of his just comedy specials in general are so funny, and he plays the piano. And yeah, he played the piano the entire time. His openers were freaking hilarious, which doesn't always happen. He had some amazing people open for him. I wish I remembered their names, but yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, it was.
The crowd work was so funny. Yeah, we wish we were up there, but also secretly kind of not.
No, yeah. I want to be up there enough just to see him, but not be roasted.
Yeah.
We were just out a little too late for our liking.
Getting old. I didn't take pictures.
We did horrible.
I'm just always so in the moment, like when I'm having a good time. I just don't. And I should, but I don't.
No, I'm the same way. I think it's because that's how I've always lived. It's like I don't want to post everything on there.
Yeah.
But now we're like, oh, we got content to post.
Yeah.
And it really does only take like maybe most like 15 minutes if it's going to take some kind of long period.
Just a picture or two. At least of our outfits. We've been talking about fit checks. What were we thinking?
I did post a fit check.
You did post a fit check. Oh, damn it.
My transition was decent.
It was great. You did amazing.
Hey, I got to figure out how to... I'm getting there. All right. Anyway. All right. Did we want all that? You want to roll the intro or you want to roll that before that? You make your mind up, Lauren. I'll see you on the other side.
Okay. It's Des and Lo, and this is the Did We Really podcast. Killed it. I love it.
I want the tea. When you give me a story, give me the tea. sorry, just painting.
I wish I could smell. I love the smell of paint.
It doesn't smell like paint. And I'm glad you can't smell because I just burped. Right when you said that, you were like, I wish I could smell. I was like, all right. So I'm Des.
I'm Lo.
And this is episode
5. Season 2.
So since it's February, we are going to be touching on the topic of love.
Mm-hmm.
Love. I want it to be like, because I see in the screen, I want love to come out through my hands.
Just glowing.
Yeah, so we're going to be on this topic all month, but it's not going to be what you think. We're not just going to pour out our hearts and, well, we might actually, so don't discredit us for that. But we're going to be talking about anything and everything we can think about with love.
And today, I think we're going to be talking more about a little self-love to begin with. Because who doesn't love some self-love every once in a while?
I'm not laughing at the topic. Your voice, you sound like that midnight DJ.
Delilah?
Yeah.
Is it Delilah? I don't know.
She's like, listen to the Sunday Night Slow Jam.
I don't think that's Delilah, but
it's called Sunday Night Slow Jams.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you literally, that's what, I thought we were about to dim the lights.
I wish we could.
Oh my gosh. Yes. So a little bit about self-love. We're going to go through some of our funniest Valentine's Day memories and, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to tell you everything. Let's just get going.
Yeah, let's just go.
Okay. So I want to know Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
I want to start at the very beginning when Valentine's Day was somewhat more important to us. Actually, if I say that, maybe elementary school is when it was actually important to us.
I don't really think that it was to me very much.
I just know it was important because there was candy getting
the parties, the making the boxes, the handwritten, because nowadays the kids, the teachers don't even want them writing names, like the two from Lauren to they're like, leave the 2 blank so it makes this easier for us to pass things out. I'm like, that's no fun. Like, what if you have a crush on somebody? And like in first grade, I definitely had a crush on somebody and I was handing out special Valentines to them. And like, so yeah, I don't know. That was my favorite part, the little parties and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just give them an extra set of candy so that way they can hand out the extras to their special ones, you know?
Yeah.
Leo and Arlo, they have some extra for the little ladies. There's wooing over there at school. Not my voice.
Never mind.
Yeah, I remember elementary school, and I definitely do think that it was more involving the candy. I loved getting the candy and all the treats. There was always parties in your classes. But when it became actually important, I think it was around middle school. But it was only really important because my parents would always buy me something for Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and like you were able... I don't know why they don't do it here. And I've actually never looked, so I probably could find it. But like they would give me these little balloon bouquets. So it was like a bunch of balloons with teddy bears and candy. And they would get me those type of things and deliver it to school for me.
That's cute. I like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
I should do that for the boys. I think they'd be embarrassed.
Do it for them. I think Leo would be happy. I don't know about Arlo, I guess. He's getting a little older, so does he care about those
arrangement
things?
Or the edible arrangement.
Those are my favorite thing.
Me too.
Yeah, but in your middle school, did y'all have like, are they called like grams, Valentine's grams?
Yes.
Did y'all have grams?
Those
Not
were
grams.
Those were all over the place.
Oh, why'd you make that face with it?
I mean, I got a few. Like, it was just like friends giving him to friends. I think it was more of like a popularity contest than like sending him to your crush, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like the popular girl would always get all of the and the student with all of the candy grams or whatever would come in and hand out all of them at once and then walk by my desk and I'd be like, okay.
Maybe I did experience it, but I've like blocked that out with a girl being like that.
Maybe.
I mean, I remember girls getting a lot, but I was just like, oh my gosh, whatever.
Yeah.
But I still got some because I was close enough friends with other people.
Yeah.
Our middle school didn't bring them to class. They stuck them on your. That's when you had lockers.
Well, that's nice. Saved you from a little embarrassment, didn't it? Dang.
I think they stuck them on the lockers. If you went to middle school with me, because I know some of y'all actually listen, please remind me, because I swear they did stick them on the lockers.
That's nice.
I'm picturing with you, like I'm picturing the Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
Mean Girls situation where they're coming in. None for Gretchen Wieners. That was Lauren.
Gretchen Wieners. I know. That was me. Just silently walk by me with all of your candy grams. I'm not mad about it. It's fine. And the dances? Didn't we have dances?
Maybe.
Valentine's dance?
I can still remember
or
my middle
Sadie
school
Hawkins.
Dances. Can you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Were y'all's in the gym?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so funny to think about those dances. I actually went to chaperone Kylie's dance last year. And so to see them
all on their phones.
Yeah, like they're lame. Like some good songs are on and they're not even dancing. In my middle school days, we were all on the dance. Yeah. Nobody was sitting on, well, I guess we didn't have phones like that, huh?
No. Not in middle school.
We're so old.
I know.
Just kidding. But we didn't. Like, I remember dancing to all the songs that probably shouldn't have been played at middle school dances.
Exactly. It was fun, though.
It was. Dancing in circles. Did you ever bust a move?
I maybe had done like the conga line, but I can't dance. You know I can't dance.
I don't think that I've ever thought to myself that I could dance. I just go and do. I'm going and having fun.
Like a little like
a little shoulder bob.
Yeah.
You doing like the waterfall dance? You know what I'm talking about? Where she just bounces her shoulders.
There was a lot of like the electric slide and like those kinds of things. Yeah, I don't know.
We gotta get you dancing a little bit more.
I know. I love dancing. I just suck at it.
Who cares?
I do. I want to be good. No, because really, like, I love like dancing. I like contemporary dance, like hip hop dance. I'm so jealous of people
so down
that can like
to take some classes. But see, we need to take them like nowhere near us.
But who cares, though?
I do. No, there's a difference when you're dancing in the middle of a dance floor when there's tons of people and when you're at a dance class and now somebody's literally watching you to make sure you're doing it correctly.
Yeah. Let's find a cool teacher. I'm down. I would love to. That'd be fun. Just a beginner's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some hip hop, some salsa dancing, some country. Hey, dancing it out.
See, this is about all I have.
Damn! What's happening here? Dance break.
We never knew that was there.
We usually stop it pretty quick.
That was a bop.
Now we know. Anytime you need to get up for a break during this, I'm going to start playing that. That's going to work well next week.
Ooh, I like it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. All right, what were we talking about?
Dancing.
Oh, yeah, middle school dances. That's what we were talking about. No, they were a lot of fun, and it was cool to remember them at a time when everybody was actually dancing. I don't feel like many people were making fun. Actually, I mean, someone's always making fun of somebody. Like, you're not trying to be invisible. You're like
the one kid, the one quiet kid, just all of a sudden gets his moment.
What Napoleon Dynamite moment?
Yes, the butterfly.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So no, I just remember being like on the dance floor. There's one dance that I always wanted to learn. The stanky leg.
Girl. I'm just kidding. I was about to say, you want me to do it?
Do
it. I can see it, but I don't know if my body would be able to do that.
I never felt like I was coordinated enough to actually do the stanky leg correctly.
Well, I mean, there's not much to it.
He says that in the song.
Really? I could be a rapper or a lyricist.
Oh my gosh. Yep.
You can do it.
That's the one that I wanted to know.
To it. Do the stinky leg. Do the stinky leg.
Okay, so we've got middle school out of the way. You talk about it. We've talked about our dances. What about high school?
I mean, I'm sure we like wrote each other a note or something, or I got flowers.
It's like less important in high school.
2 boyfriends in high school. The second one was the one, like the gift giver, as you know. Yeah. But anyways, I mean, it wasn't really that big of a deal, I don't think.
No.
And who could tell if we were like on that week or off that week, you know?
Me personally, I thought the dumbest things that I thought you could get for somebody in high school was a ring.
Who was getting rings?
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's people who get rings.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, like, I'm like, okay, whatever. But I'm like, that feels like it's a little bit.
Like a promise ring?
Yeah.
Did you get a promise ring?
No, I did not. I did not get a promise ring. No, I just got pregnant.
I was waiting for it, man.
Oh my God.
That wasn't the damn. I need to learn these buttons. I was trying to do the applause. It was always the boys that I wasn't in a relationship with. Now that I think about it.
She's like, no, never Valentine's Day. But there's something to it. It's always been made a day no matter what you think. Like,
I do remember there was a boy that bought, I don't know how many bags of Skittles. And a lot. It had to have been a lot, like more than a family-sized bag of Skittles, and picked out all of the red ones. And I probably had like 50 red Skittles in a bag. And he remembered him just handing it to me because they were my favorite.
First of all, he put his hand on every single one of those Skittles. Did you think about that?
It was a labor of love, and I did not care because they were delicious.
She was like, she just like put him in her mouth. That kid didn't wash his hands.
He knew better. That's so funny though, because
things you don't think about as a kid. But see, okay, so somebody spoiled you, labor of love in high school over Valentine's Day.
Yeah, red Skittles.
No, so I don't think that I've had a best or a worst situation with Valentine's Day, even going up into my 20s. Like I think it was always, again, basic. There was going to dinner. There was maybe a gift. Once I got to my 20s, that's when my relationship was a little bit more serious. Okay. So like I did get jewelry then, and like I would get other stuff, but now that I'm aging up, I'm like,
Yeah, no, same. I mean, I think going into my 20s, I guess that's when I also got into a more serious relationship and broke up with my high school boyfriend over the summer after high school. And there's a story about that summer, that Valentine's Day. Like it wasn't summer, but it was that year. And when I met Gabe. But that's when Gabe and I first started getting serious. And I guess I kind of cared about like those first beginning years. But yeah, it was just like Valentine's every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get it. That's annoying, but okay. I'm just kidding.
We were so in love.
Okay, so now that we've gotten through these things, I like that that Galentine's has become a thing.
Yeah, me too.
Because I do think that like, as much as we just talked about like what Valentine's meant, you always include like, you know, you and your significant other or whatever. But I like that it's become a Galentine's moment because I think the pink and the red, like you think of your girls, like your girls want to go and hang out with you and eat candy and drink champagne. Your guys like, ugh. This is another whole.
Gotta make a reservation.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta talk to them for an hour. No, I'm just kidding. But like, you know, you want to spend that time with your girls. It's fun. It's like it's just. I like that it's become more special.
I know. I love it. I've never been to like a Galentine's event or anything, I don't think. Yeah. I should have planned one this year.
I thought about that too. So maybe we plan one. Well, I mean, there's time, but that's like a last minute scramble. And I don't know how we'll
have you seen that lady that themes her pasta themed dinners?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I'll have to send her to you. But I bet she's doing Valentine's one. Just something simple like that, like make a cute little tart cherry mocktail or like some pink champagne and like some red pasta dough and make like pasta with your girls. I don't know. That just sounds amazing to me.
Yeah, no, I've seen them do like other things. There was one where they all had matching pajamas. Like they had a vibe set with like candles and stuff. And they were doing like a vision board night.
Yeah.
But because they've already been doing it for so long, they actually had it was a beautiful like frame for their vision board. And then they did like a poke board, you know what I'm talking about? So like the material, it was cool. It was awesome. But like those are like the nights that you want. You're just sitting there like talking about life. Like everybody can open up. It just seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it does.
Let's have a Valentine's. Let's do it. Anybody want to be my friend?
Where were we?
Can I have my line, please? So we're talking about self-love. We're talking about just seeing it everywhere now that we're currently in this moment of like healing and loving ourselves and manifesting and therapy.
Yeah.
This honestly, this is my current therapy. I probably should actually get a real therapist, but you know, this is helping me get over some stuff. You guys listening are helping me more than you know.
I'm just thinking about it because I'm next to you and like, what the hell am I? What kind of advice am I going to give you?
Any problem I give, Lauren's like, ditto.
Yeah, like just crying over here. How does that make you feel, though?
Oh my god! But we're in these moments, and like I think that I'm loving that February is turning into moments of self-love.
Mm-hmm.
Spending that time with your friends. Mm-hmm. Talking about things that you've been holding in forever, because sometimes you need a girl's lunch, but it's hard to plan.
Yeah.
So hard to plan.
Yeah. And what better day than Valentine's Day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have a good point there. I like that.
So when it comes to self-love, though, I want to know, what do you, as you've gotten older, what does self-love kind of looks like for you nowadays versus when you were maybe in your mid to early 20s?
Discipline. A lot. I mean, that's pretty much sums all of it up. Just like being disciplined enough to like take care of my body, take care of like my brain.
Yeah.
And taking care of the people around me. I think that's where I was trying to go earlier. I've always loved helping people. Gabe will tell you, like, I'm on the phone with people all the time, just like listening, which isn't always good for you, I've learned. But
as you just noted that you were sitting here wondering what answer you'd give me. I'm always on the phone helping people.
I don't know. I like being there for people, like when they're going through a tough time. And like, I never thought I was ever qualified to give any advice. Maybe it's just my voice. I've heard my voice is comforting. Maybe that's what it is. But yeah, no, just like for me, it's the going to the gym every day and like the dinners that I'm getting there. We talked about like cooking more and stuff and like just having a schedule, and just it makes everything so much, I don't know, flow so much nicer for me. And that for me is like self-love. I don't know. Yeah. That's my answer.
That was a good one.
What about you?
Ditto. No, I mean, yeah, like it's a lot along the line that you just stated, like really putting yourself first, making sure like sometimes you just can't wing it. You can't just go through your day. Even if you want to. Now it's okay to happen every now and then, and it happens with me a lot more.
All the time.
Yes, but like when you schedule the one day and you actually do what you put on your schedule and you use how you manage your time well, you get through that day and you're like, man, I should do this more often.
Dopamine.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day rolls around and you start off strong and then it kind of just fizzles out. About lunchtime, you're like, oh, that was so tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I agree. So self-love is like really setting yourself up for success. As cheesy, I feel like that sounds really cheesy, but like give your mind a break. You do not have to stress about it all the damn time. And that's where I always struggle when it comes to procrastination. Yeah. I will wait and wait because I know I'll get it done. Mm-hmm. I know I'll do it. And I know I'll do whatever I need to do well.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it can wait.
No, yeah. My best friend, Sarah, always just tells me, like, I'm on the phone with her a lot because she works from home and I work from home. I'm
going to start fighting her for your phone time. So you better tell her.
Well, we always have chores to do because we're moms, right? With kids, little kids. So when I'm on the phone with that lady, I don't want to call her a girl. I don't know. She is a girl. She's just a girl. My Shayla. When she listens to me, she'll get it. So yeah, I can't tell you how much I get done when that girl is on the phone. Like my body just moves by itself because she's always just like, do it for your future self. Do it for your future self. I hear that at least once a day for her. And I'm like, you're right. I need to go do it. Every time she hears my washing machine, she's like, oh, I should do some laundry too. I'm like, yes.
I need to clean my entire house. Oh, it's like my brain right now and it's bad.
Do it for your future self. Tomorrow.
Cut it out. That's
Cut it out.
Why did I crush it with that one? I can't come back with anything. What Lauren said for self-love was just like perfect.
Yes.
It was really, really good. So make sure that you're taking the time to give yourself self-love. Give yourself self-love.
Yes. That doesn't mean like be up on your toes all day, every day. Like Des said, like you still need those chill days where you're just laying in bed because that was me the last 2 days. Yeah, I mean, it's so like it is important not to just lay in bed sometimes when you need a chill day. Like, go do your nails, do something for yourself. Like, I didn't want to go get my hair cut the other day, but I did it and I felt amazing afterwards. Like, treat yourself sometimes because you deserve it.
Yeah. You know, it's been weird lately. I've gotten into running and it's annoying.
It's not weird. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
I'm not into like running a lot, but like I'm getting into it because I do like just kind of getting outside, really. I think that's what it is. And I like walking, but sometimes I get to needing a push and the running's pushing me right now. But like that is kind of my form of self-love. When I get it done, I'm like, look at me.
You feel
go back
good?
and I look at my times. Yeah. I'm like, I'm doing good. Yeah, and then I miss it, and then I'm like, damn it, Destiny, you were supposed to go and do it. And that's where like all my like bad talks come back to myself, and I'm like, it is one day. So I'm currently struggling with that. I'm struggling with my commitment to myself.
Yeah.
Like I'm struggling.
Well, running is hard. That's a hard one.
Yeah, but I mean like even just the fitness in general, like I always start something and I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to like these walking posts, which like I'm on and off with, but like those type of things, I say I'm going to do it. I start to get to feeling really, really good. And then like I have like a day where I'm like, I need to rest or like, and then I'm like, oh, okay, well tomorrow, I don't want to do it tomorrow. I didn't do it yesterday. So I'm just going to do it the next. Actually, you know what? I'm going to start on Monday.
I feel that. But sometimes it's just like that. And it could be a week and it's hard when you start back up. But when you just tell yourself, let's go do it. And you'll start doing it again. Yeah. You're doing really good at it. I've seen you. And even if you don't want to run, walk. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm definitely not being hard on myself for like not running. It's more of like making sure that I'm getting up and moving my body at some point. So it's been interesting. But, you know, seeing all the people around us, like you guys, y'all go to the gym consistently. Even if, you know, some days you miss, y'all still are going like pretty consistent to the gym.
We do. I think that's the one thing this year that's kind of just keeping me sane though. So it's also easy when you have a partner like who wants to go too at the same exact time. But I was proud of myself. This last week, Gabe got pretty sick and he was out of the gym for 3 days. And I made sure I got my butt up and went anyway, which is, I don't know. We've got a big fancy gym and it's like as much as I talk about the gym, like I'm not a gym girly. Like I don't, look like all of the other gym girlies that go to my gym. So it's hard for me to like want to go. But yeah, I made myself get up and do it anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honest question, is that what you want to look like? A gym girly?
I mean, not necessarily, but I do have goals and I think that I don't want to be like skinny by any means. I just want to be like strong and in shape.
Yeah.
And I can tell like when a girl is strong and in shape, I'm like, look at that girl over there.
when her arms look like they're just going to choke you out all of a sudden.
Yes.
I love a good arm on a lady.
I love a back on a lady.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like I go to the gym to check the women out.
Yeah, same.
I'm like, look at those muscles.
Yeah, same. Gabe knows.
That's good though. So we're gonna do this. We're trying. This is our year. I got a few months until my 32nd birthday rolls around. And so I told myself by then I'm going to hit some of these goals that I've been wanting to hit. So I have time. I've started.
You're already getting there.
I'm doing it. We're doing it. You better keep on with it so we can go to the beach at some point again. I'd really like to go to a beach.
Me too.
Or a lake. I won't get in the water though.
Depends on what lake.
I mean, I'll get in the water like on a boat, but not actually in the water.
Hot Springs? Arkansas? 32nd birthday? I'm planning your trip.
I don't know. We'll have to see because softball runs our lives in the summer. So anyways, okay. So we're short and sweet to the point. I don't think I have much more to say about self-love. Is there anything that you have for our listeners that you would like for them to know?
I don't. No. Just love yourself. Do what it takes. Do what it takes to make your future self happy and care about those around you. That's also important because that makes me happy, caring about like other people and taking care of other people.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Make this Valentine's Day about yourself.
Yes. What's your love language? And let somebody know what it is. You never know who will love on you that way. I don't know.
Okay,
unless it's physical touch, then don't just go ask strangers.
Yeah, can you touch me, please?
Can I have a hug, please?
I did see a girl walk by me the other day and it said I needed a hug and I really wanted to get up and give her a hug, but I was like, lady.
Does she mean it?
Exactly. Like you're going to get hugs and you'll be like karate chopping people in the throat. Okay, so we're on to a game. Let's wrap this one up with a game.
Let's do it.
Unpopular opinions. Love edition.
Oh, I never got to tell my story.
Oh, you had a story?
Well, the one that was, is it down here though? I know I saw something about your worst Valentine's Day.
You say you had no Valentine's Day that were significant. Now you got a Valentine's Day?
No, it was the one. Okay.
Oh, you said you did have a story, but you... Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So I got broken up with on Valentine's Day one year. We fizzled out very shortly after I met Gabe, and I started working with Gabe. He was my manager, and I dated this guy while I was working here, and he would come in and like buy stuff and bring me lunch and whatever. One year on like the day before Valentine's Day, he went in and bought me like a lot of stuff, like probably like $200 worth of clothes because I worked at this clothing skateboard shop. And that night we broke up, like a really bad breakup. And I went to work the next day, which was Valentine's Day, and Gabe is working. And he comes in and returns all of the clothes that he had just bought me.
Mm-hmm.
But then near the end of my shift comes with a shit ton of heart balloons and like a homemade like sign that said like Happy Valentine's Day or love you or something like that. And I took him back. Like, it was so stupid.
Yeah, it sounds stupid.
It was the worst Valentine's Day ever.
I'm only going to agree with it because you're out of that now.
I'm just thinking, like, it's so funny that my future husband was like right there. And this
He's just
kid,
watching you like go through this whirlwind.
Yeah, he was. It was funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a crazy day. I don't know how you put up with it, but I'm at that age. I think I probably went through those dumb moments.
Yeah.
So and it's, I'm sorry to say dumb, but like it's dumb. Like, yeah, you're just like, you look back at it and you were like, where was my brain?
Yeah. Self-love, baby. Walk away sometimes.
Yes, walk away. And if you're in your early 20s and you're listening to us and you've gone through something or you're going through something like this, make a choice for yourself. Be so selfish. Don't got kids, be selfish, please.
Oh, be very selfish if you
a relationship.
Be selfish if you do have children, especially. Yes. Also, actually, yes. What am I talking about?
Yeah, yes.
Be selfish for them.
Yeah.
But that kind of gets us into a little game that we want to play.
I'm fuming.
She's just...
No, okay, go on.
Unpopular opinions.
Yeah.
Kind of when it comes to like love and Valentine's Day. One of them is kind of where I was going with my story. Love bombing is just a rebranded term for early relationship excitement.
Yeah, I've seen this one, and it's hard. I think it's hard for me to understand because it's hard for me to get the concept of love bombing because it's what we grew up with, basically.
I mean, you mean like in relationships?
Yeah, I feel like that's how every single one of my relationships, even from young high school on, has always been. But that's where it's kind of like the law, right? Like it describes it and you're like, so if they're just so loving, like they're just telling me they love me all the time, like does that count?
There's definitely a difference between love bombing and early relationship excitement because I've never been love bombed by my current relationship, but there was a point where we were like that couple that was just like so. Still are, sorry.
Still are.
We were that way. No, like we were those little teenage kids that were like super in love with each other and like always doing whatever we could to like make each other happy. But because it was what we wanted to do. Yeah. There was that. And then there was my previous relationship that I was talking about where when he would fuck up, he would love bomb me with mostly gifts and a lot of words.
Yeah.
But then call me names, a week later. Like that's love bombing.
Yeah.
That for me anyways. I mean, I don't know what in your case. Like,
no, that makes sense. What you're saying makes perfect sense. But looking back, it's very obvious, right? To you, like looking back now, it's like, oh, that's very obvious. I don't think that I look back and think anything was obvious with love bombing. I don't think that necessarily was happening to me. So that's why it's still kind of like, what is it really? Now, there's a difference because I guess it just depends to me. If it's something like that, if I can see somebody always gifting somebody, that's a little weird. That's a little too much.
I think it has to come with words too.
Yeah.
When somebody's not saying nice, when somebody's abusing you verbally and then they bring you right back in with words, I feel like that's also love bombing.
Yeah. See, I think it's just trying to wrap my head around what it actually means because early excitement in your relationship, I see somebody who's always wanting to hug and kiss you and to always be like, I love you and I'm so grateful for you. And like
if
all
it's
these
not
things.
Healthy, like if it's like, you need to give me that love back in return. Like that's
or give me all your time.
Bombing.
Like, this is what we're doing.
Or they're upset. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I hear it. It's way past the early relationships.
Yeah.
that it's where
then
it
it's
gets
just abuse.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what about this one?
Mm-hmm.
Self-love over situationship love. These get difficult to ask you. You've never been in a situationship.
I've been in a lot of, I wouldn't call it situationships, just like, we get raw and real here. Probably to a point where they thought that I wanted to be their girlfriend, but I was just a very like outgoing person. So, I mean, what's the question? Situationship over self-love.
I guess, I don't know. I mean, obviously you're going to choose self-love in this moment over a situationship.
Well, who wants to choose a situationship?
I mean, people choose it because you think your situationship is going to turn into your relationship. That's why the
that was never me.
stay around. Well, you were young. I'm thinking about like 20s. I had not necessarily situationships. I think I had situationships in my freaking head.
Yeah.
And they kept me distracted. And I think that was more of the case of what it was.
That's good.
Yeah, I guess.
If they're bringing you like happiness and like excitement and it was a good thing, then I don't see why that's a bad thing to have a situationship.
I guess not. Yeah. It was, luckily, I eventually had distance between them and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was
dating.
Time.
You were dating.
No, because I don't know. See, you want to talk about being raw and real. Like I had situations where like, I had situations where now looking back on them, like as an adult and as a person who's found who I believe to be was my person, like looking back on those things, I had situationships, like I said, in my mind, because these people were people I knew or like comfortable. Comfortable is the right word. These people were comfortable for me. And so I don't think I was always proud of like what I was, who I was talking to or who I was letting steal my time. It was more of a self-worth thing sometimes. Yeah. So like I'm thinking about that now. Like if I think about like my love and like situationships and self-worth, like I didn't have that a lot in my early 20s. I thought that I was only worthy of being a secret.
That's growing up, baby. And that's on self-love.
And that's on self-love.
Lots of growth happening. No, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is where I say, I wish you, sorry, I love Gabe, but I wish you would have dated more.
Yeah, I definitely don't wish I would have, in a way, like I wish I would have had more, I guess, experience. So it did help me like love myself in the process. Because yeah, I was a relationship girly. Like I always had a boyfriend. I don't know. It was a lot of, my therapist liked to call it trauma from like my parents divorcing, where I was just always looking for validation like elsewhere. So I just always had somebody that cared about me. I mean, until I met my stupid other high school boyfriend. But yeah, no, in that case, I guess it was a relationship because I just was with him to like fill a void, I guess. So
yeah.
I guess then I can see where you're going when you say this opinion.
Yeah. I mean, definitely self-love. I found it. I'm keeping it. That is always, and I only put it in this kind of sense because obviously I'm not married. So Ryan, you better get on that. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you're not. I'm not.
Okay, splitting the bill on. Can't ask you any of this shit. Okay, hold on.
Let me take myself out real quick. Come on, take me.
Marriage is not the ultimate relationship goal. Happiness is.
Yes, 100% agree.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
And that's on period.
No, yeah, I never thought I was going to get married. I didn't even think I was going to marry Gabe like 2, 3, 4 years in, like, and that was after we had kids. I just never wanted to be married. I didn't see the point of it, but eventually, like, we talked about it a little bit more, and it was important to him, and then it became important to me. To me, it was just like a piece of paper, and it kind of still is, but also like it's fun to say I'm married to him. I don't know.
No.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it does because...
Does that make me a bad person?
No. So it's funny that you say that because I agree with it. Like,
yeah.
It's not funny because obviously we agree with a lot of things. But I agree with it. So I'm 31. I have never been married before, and like this is my longest long-term relationship here. And you know, we talk about marriage, which I'm sure we'll get into it, but like we just recently had another talk about it because I struggle with the concept of marriage in this current moment because one, I'm not that big into church at the current moment. Before I knew this is what I want to do. This is what you're supposed to do, da da da.
Yeah.
And like now I'm just like,
now you're cohabitating, you sinner. No,
I know, exactly. I just spray some holy water around my house all the time. I say a few Hail Marys, we're good. But like, you know, we were talking about marriage and I agree. Like, I'm like, it's just a piece of paper. You treat me like your life partner currently. Yeah. And like, I asked him that too. I was like, are you holding anything back, like from loving me all the way because we're not married? Because then that's the real question of, you know, you need to do this ASAP.
Right.
Like, and so, you know, as we kept talking about it, you know, we've kind of just come to the agreement, but marriage is difficult for me to understand. I do love the title, though.
Yeah.
I want, like, when you call somebody your husband or your wife, it's like, it just feels like so, like, for most people, it's like a sense of pride.
Yeah.
Like, that's mine, like, really and truly.
I don't know if it's about, like, what's the freaking word?
That was this one.
Yeah. I don't know if it's about like owning somebody, like, or like having like possession of somebody, like they're yours. I think it's just like
yeah, I don't like that term, but that's a term I'm gonna use.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. For a lot of people, it is like the man, like, you're gonna take my last name. No. Or like I haven't taken Gabe's last name. Like, I don't know if I ever will.
Again, another topic you didn't get to see on our Mexico trip.
Yeah. But he respects it. Like, he knows I'm his wife, and like, yeah, you know, but it's not a possession thing for him either. I think it was just like, it's just a bond, I guess. And even though it's just a piece of paper, like, to us now, it's just cool to kind of say like, yeah, we're married. When in how many years were we together? I've met him in 2012.
Yeah.
We were together for, when did we get married?
I don't know.
21?
Was it? Yes.
So we were together for 9 years before we were married. Like, it wasn't set. We were never in a rush. He never pressured me. I think it was just another conversation that we had later on down the line when we had 2 kids and 2-3 dogs. Like, maybe we should get married.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have a wedding, a little ceremony with all of our friends and family. And it was amazing. Like, and now we're married. So I don't know. It was happiness over marriage for sure, because we went through so much before we got married. We made sure we were happy, I think, before. I don't want to say we made sure we were happy. Like, we stuck by each other, I guess, through so much crap, and like making it through all of that, and then deciding to get married 9 years later. To me, that's happiness, and like, that's success. Like, and I don't want to say I like waited for all of that, but like, I don't know, we were just so bonded. It's like, why not get freaking married, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no,
don't know that. don't know that. That was good.
No, I'm glad. Yeah, we've decided to get married. I'm sure he thinks, well, I'm glad she decided to finally get married because he's a lover boy and he always wanted to. He was ready to get married like right after Arlo was born, probably. So, yeah, it just took me a little bit of time to realize that I wanted to. Yeah. I always wanted to be with him. I just never wanted a marriage certificate. I don't know. It gets complicated. I'm trying to justify myself so I don't sound like an asshole.
You don't.
I don't know.
You don't. It would only, I would say you would only maybe be an asshole in a situation where Gabe had only expected marriage from you. He wanted it. Sounds like you have talked about it. And it was a situation where he was just waiting for the green light. But there's people who require marriage. And those people don't want to wait 9 years. Those people want to be married within a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And those people need to find the right people for them. You two figured out how to make things work. You two thought about things, whether it was on your time or not. He still sat there and waited for you to be on that level, but never stopped loving you with his whole heart. Like,
yes.
Those are the things.
Yeah.
So, like, no, like you don't sound like anything. You sound like
okay, I needed to hear that.
You sound like a human being that I love. Like, I like when people, and it's weird to see the concept of people who jump into marriages a year, even maybe 2 years into it, because it just seems like a rush. And I don't know if it's because of living life and like you getting to your 30s and
I think it's a big religion thing too, and like parents and culture, and it's a lot of different reasons. But yeah, I mean, to each their own. At least I didn't end up on the ultimatum.
I'm going to put Ryan.
But it's just a piece of paper.
No, I don't. It's been, I've gone through my roller coaster. When we had our conversation again, but when we had our conversation, I told him I didn't know, like, I needed to make sure that it was stuck on my mind for a while and I had needed to talk to him about it, but I was kind of a little worried, like when you feel like you're going to, like, someone's going to run off because marriage is like too much for him. That's what I was a little bit worried about. But finally, like, one day I was just like, I need to talk to you. Like, it's on my mind all the time. Like, I just need to have a conversation and I need to be honest. I was like, I don't know if marriage in my mind, if I'm trying to talk myself off of a ledge thinking like, I don't want it because I know you don't care for it.
Yeah.
Or if it's really something that I don't care for. I was like, but the more I think about it, the more I don't really care. Like, I don't really care to be like, I need the whole wedding and the fancy dress. And this is what marriage is to me. Give me a wedding. Versus like, I need to know that your commitment to me is for the rest of our lives. Like, that's kind of where we're at. And so, we got to talk it out and I felt a little less pressure like off of me because I was finally able to like express myself, but just to know like I'm not compromising and not being married right in this moment because it's just him like talking me out of it. I'm just trying to figure out what the right approach is for me.
It truly is whatever you feel. I mean, if that's truly how you feel, or if like you feel like you're missing out on something, like you're not missing out on anything. You still have him and you guys like still have each other and you're happy little family. Like, you don't just do whatever feels right.
Yeah.
But yes, happiness over marriage.
Happiness over marriage. Yes. And if you have a situation, talk about it when it comes to marriage because it is important to a lot of people. Okay. Well, I think that's a wrap for episode 5.
Season 2.
Season 2.
Yes. I like that little game. I think we should get more into it.
I think we will.
Next week.
Next week, next season.
Next season. See you next Valentine's Day.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys. Make sure that you follow us on all our socials.
Let us know what you think about all of the opinions that we had, and if you disagree or if you agree. If you disagree, I'd like to hear why.
Tell us now. Also, we have a special, we have some special guests for you next week. And we are going to be posting on our social some questions just to field from you guys. Actually, you know what? Should we go ahead and tell them who's coming next week?
Should we? You probably should.
Yeah, I think we'll get more questions if they actually know who's going to be here. So next week, we are going to have mi novio.
Y mi hermoso. ¿Hermoso?
No.
Esposo.
Esposo.
And hermoso.
No, that's brother.
No, that's like handsome.
Oh, is it?
Hermano is
Hermano.
brother.
There you go. We're not there yet. Duolingo's still kicking in, guys.
Mi hermoso esposo. Well, I guess it would be mi esposo hermoso. Anyway, Duolingo.
Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna have Ryan and Gabe on the podcast with us. So we are going to get a little bit into relationship topics and play a little bit more of these games. So if you do have any relationship questions, go ahead and shoot us a message, DM us directly. If you have Lauren or I's number, shoot us a text.
Our audio went out at the very end of this podcast, but DM us or text us indeed. We're very, very excited to have the guys on our next podcast, and we would really like to know what you would maybe enjoy hearing from them. So message us on Did We Really on TikTok, Instagram, anywhere you can find us. Love you guys. Thanks for listening.